Are you currently unhappy with the amount of views, likes, and subscribers you're getting on the YouTube videos? One of the biggest and most often asked questions that I get from fellow creators and YouTubers is how can I get more views and subscribers? So it's not a quick solution to this problem because it involves many different components and many different strategies. So in this live stream, I'm going to give you 7 strategies, well, my top 7 strategies on how you can get more views, likes, and subscribers on YouTube. And I think that's, the thing about YouTube is that it's a long-term game. So just keep in mind that, if you're starting off on YouTube or just starting a channel, then, your first few videos may not get a lot of traction. But as you produce more videos and they start to rank in the search engines, then you get, say one video gets like 10 views, but next video gets 20 views, and then maybe at the end of 100 videos, you're getting hundreds of views, accumulated views, and then also is that those videos are going to be working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for years to come. So you have to keep that in mind, have that kind of mindset when you're growing a YouTube channel. Don't expect a video to immediately go viral, or that video is going to take off and get the top rankings amongst all your competitors. But if you implement these 7 strategies, then for sure you're going to grow your channel on a consistent basis so you can generate traffic, leads, and sales 24/7, year after year. So my name is Herman Drost, and my channel iSiteBuild is all about how to grow your traffic, leads, and subscribers through online video. So as I mentioned before, one video can make all the difference. So sometimes you maybe even wait for several months and it seems like no videos are really taking off, and then you might just get one video that suddenly is really takes off, gets a lot of traffic, and that video could be a top performing video of your channel. So for instance, I created a video like 4 years ago, and that video never did very well until this year. It suddenly began taking off, and now it's like my top performing video. So you can get traffic from suggested videos, from YouTube search, from Google search, from external sources, etc. So let's go into these particular strategies. Just want to greet Music Prod and Harley. Good to see you there. So my first strategy is to identify a target audience. So if you're not creating videos that appeal to your target audience, it's not solving their problems, are not really interested in those, you're just creating videos that you're interested in, then you're kind of missing the boat. So I think in your overall strategy, when you identify a target audience, you continuously want to find ways on what is it that what kind of questions they're asking, what kind of problems can you address, and then you're going to make a list of those particular problems or those particular topics. So when it comes to identify a target audience, one of the best ways is to look at what kind of search terms people are placing in the entering into Google or entering into YouTube. So you could just take your main keyword phrase, pop it into the YouTube search box, and then YouTube will give you a bunch of different keyword phrases that people are searching on. Then if you install the free Chrome extension Keywords Everywhere, that will give you the search volume, the amount of searches per month for that particular keyword phrase. So say for instance, you might choose the phrase brick lane or something like that, and then maybe there's a lot of searches for bricklaying, but then how to lay bricks in like 10 minutes for your patio or something like that. So what you do is you're finding for more like low competition keywords. But the key is that if you look at the keyword phrases, research the keyword phrases, and then look at the search volume, then you know for sure that people are searching for those phrases. So that means you're kind of aligned with your target audience. And some of the other tools you can use like TubeBuddy, which gives you a keyword score, and then it'll also tell you like the weighted score, the unweighted score. You could also use something like vidIQ, which does something similar. But if you just want to use free tools, then Keywords Everywhere gives you a search volume, and the YouTube suggestion box, YouTube search bar, gives you the free suggestions. So those are a couple of ways you can identify a target audience. Other ways include visiting forums, groups, and even channels of your competitors or people in your niche, and then look at those questions that people are asking. Try to participate in the discussion, and what kind of recurring questions are coming up over and over again, and then you can answer that in your video. So look at groups, forums, channels, etc. And when you go to channels, you can even look at the comments of a very popular channel, and maybe there are questions there that come up over and over again. So this is identifying your target audience. And then also another way you can do it is to survey your audience. So maybe you have an email list, or maybe you have a Facebook group, or maybe you can even go on somebody else's Facebook group and ask the administrator if you can pop a poll in there and ask some questions. So you can take a poll on your videos, you can do a poll on a Facebook group, and so you're surveying your audience and trying to get their heartbeat, trying to get inside the mind of your target audience. Now, if you're your own target audience like I am, then you can ask yourself, what kind of videos do I want to see? What kind of problems do I want to solve? And that's probably similar to what your audience is asking. So once you've identified it, if you really identify your target audience correctly, then you can create videos that they want to watch, the problems, you're providing solutions that they want to, that they want to find for their questions and their problems. And if you do that, this is like the foundation for getting more views, more subscribers, more likes from your audience, because you're kind of in alignment with your audience. The second strategy, number 2, is to brand your channel. So if you just put up a YouTube channel and you don't put any channel art on it, then it's not going to be very impressive, not going to be very attractive to your audience, and it's not going to reinforce your message. So when it comes to your channel, it's like a website. When you first go to a website, the first 10 seconds, first 5 seconds is very crucial if the person's going to stay and check out your content. So same with your YouTube homepage. When they first get there, they'll start at the top and see your channel banner, you watch your channel trailer, and then they'll go deeper, scroll down to check out more of your videos. So I think number 1 is you want to have a great channel banner. Number 2, a great channel trailer. And number 3, create sections on your channel homepage that contain playlists. So when you have, if a person wants to go deeper into your content, then they can go check out your playlists, and then they can binge watch, some of your videos, and that presents like multiple points of contact, multiple touch points, and that will encourage them and motivate them to then subscribe to your channel. And you also get views on your videos. So I think that's when it comes to branding your channel, it starts from your channel, from your thumbnails to your channel banner, your channel trailer, the thumbnails within your playlists, and sections on your channel homepage. So make sure it's all congruent, similar colors, similar font, so when people come to your channel, they can see a beautiful homepage where they can dive deeper into your content. And another thing you can do to encourage subscribers is you can add a subscribe watermark across all the videos on your channel. So you just go into your into YouTube channel, and then you create that subscribe watermark. It could be a logo, it could be a subscribe button, then it appears at the top bottom right of every one of your videos across your channel. So if anybody's watching your video, then they'll see that subscribe logo or that subscribe icon at the bottom right. So this encourages them to subscribe. And other ways you can get people to subscribe when setting up your channel is, you can do that on your about page. Your about page kind of summarizes what your channel's about. So you're going to summarize the content of your channel and then tell people why they should subscribe to your channel. And so a lot of times people check out, who is this person and what is their channel about, etc. So make sure you fill out your about page. And then when you create the sections or the playlist within the sections on your channel homepage, make sure you also provide a description, a title and description for each playlist. So when they go down your channel homepage, they can see the title, they can read the description, and want to check out more of your videos. So somebody's asking what's the title of this live stream. It's all about how to get more views, likes, and subscribers on YouTube. So that's why I'm talking about 7 strategies which you can use right away, and maybe you can audit your channel to see if you're kind of covering these strategies. But and if you have other ideas for how to get more views and subscribers, then pop them in the chat. But I'm going to move on here to number 3 strategy. This number 3, and that is creating engaging videos. So you've figured out your ideal audience, your targeted audience. You've branded your channel, set up your channel art, and now what you want to do is create a video that engages your audience. So if you've done your research for your target audience, or you're researching your keywords, then ideally you've created a content calendar of all the different keyword phrases that you can create videos for. So maybe you've figured out like a whole series of videos you can do on bricklaying or how to train puppies or something like that. So the key is that when you're creating an engaging video, you want to start off with a hook, which could be a question, or you can tease them about what's coming up next in the video. You can maybe entertain them, do something entertaining, and then go straight in. You might tell them, ask them to subscribe if they're more interested in this type of content, that type of content. Then go straight into the meat of your content, which reinforces what you introduced at the beginning or reinforces your title. And then that can go through like a series of bullet points, and then you're going to end your video with a strong call to action, which probably one of the best is to link to another video or another playlist that is similar or relevant to the video that they've just watched. So this kind of increases what's called the watch time on the video. So if they watch a video and then they watch another video and another video, this is called increasing session time, and this keeps them longer on YouTube, and this will help promote your video by YouTube in the search engines and on suggested videos. So ideally, when you're creating an engaging video, you also want to try to reset the attention of the viewer, and you can do this through transitions, through graphics, through B-roll, changing positions, while you're talking or while you're presenting. So this is some ways you can sort of rearrange, reset the attention, and keep them watching. So if you can keep like 50% of the total number of people watching your video, then there's a high probability that YouTube will promote your video in the search engines and in suggested videos. So you're looking for that high audience retention rate. So try to shoot for over 50%. If you get 60 or 70, that's really great too. But so basically what you're trying to do is solve, presenting these solutions to the problems. So so you could say, what kind of content would you want to watch, what kind of problems you want to solve, etc. And when you're also presenting your content, you want to mention your keyword phrase or mention your title in the video, and then also ask people to subscribe. So, and then you can experiment with different lengths. So maybe you'll create a 5-minute video, maybe create a 2-minute video. And if you find a lot of people are subscribing or staying on your video, you have a high audience retention, you can experiment with actually a longer video. So it could be a 10-minute video, a 15-minute video. And then if you can keep people watching for like a long period of time, and your video is longer than your competitors and has a higher audience retention than your competitors, then YouTube will rank your video higher than your competitors. So that's just something to keep in mind. So after you've created that engaging video, then what you want to do, and this is strategy 4, which is to optimize your video before you publish it. So when it comes to optimization, the number one factor that really makes a difference is the thumbnail. So if you don't have a great thumbnail, then you're not going to have what's called a high click-through rate. So that means the click-through rate is when somebody sees your thumbnail in the search engines, and then they click on the thumbnail and start watching your videos. So a great thumbnail means that if they don't click on the thumbnail, then they're not going to watch your video. You're not going to get views. You're not going to get subscribers. You're not going to get likes. So this is a starting point on the path for people starting to watch your video and liking your video, subscribing to your video, subscribing to your channel, and gaining views for your videos. So it's not an easy thing. If you're in a very competitive niche, then creating a thumbnail that stands out from your competitors is difficult. So I usually put my face in a thumbnail, use bold text, use bold colors, use contrasting colors. And then the second thing is that having a great title that caters to the search engines and also caters to your viewers. So for instance, the title for this video is how to get more views, likes, and subscribers on YouTube. So the main keyword phrase could be how to get more views. But then when I was researching the title, I found how to get more views, likes, and subscribers, got a high keyword score in TubeBuddy, and so that had less competition, but still a good search volume. And the main search volume comes from the keyword phrase how to get more views, or how to get more subscribers, or how to get more likes on YouTube. So you can, when it comes to writing a title, put your main keyword phrase at the beginning, then put some kind of emotional trigger or some main benefit that kind of grabs the viewer's attention at the end of your title. And so you're kind of catering to the search engines, and then you're also catering to the viewers and subscribers. Okay, so Rosie has a statement here. Rosie Grace, good to see you. When I use better thumbnails and titles, it seems still don't show in searches and suggestions. So that really comes down to your probably a keyword research. Make sure that you're finding keyword phrases that have a good search volume and also have that the search they're appearing in the search engine. So when you go to do your keyword research, make sure that you're targeting a specific keyword phrase that your audience is searching for in the search engines. Could be Google, could be YouTube, and then make sure it's not too competitive, because it's very competitive, then it doesn't stand much chance. And then when it comes to thumbnails and titles, just as I mentioned, make sure that keyword phrase at the beginning, then maybe add an emotional trigger or some great benefit that comes after the title. So, and then experiment with different thumbnails. You could, instead of using your face, you could try a different kind of graphic. But, look at your competition, then do something entirely different. And also you can split test your thumbnails. If you use something like TubeBuddy, the legend option, you can split test your thumbnails, and it'll show you which thumbnail is getting the most traffic. Yeah, TubeBuddy works for new channels, established channels, well-established channels, etc. So it's a great tool to use. So when it comes to optimizing your video, I talked about the titles, the thumbnails, and then when you continue, you also have to add, which is not as important but still important. You still want to put add a description and then also tags. So for your description, you're going to see when some people watch a video, they often look at the description. Like the first 3 lines is what appears under the video. So with your first 3 lines, put your main keyword phrase or your title, include your title in those first 3 lines. And if you want to redirect people to a website or a landing page, you download a cheat sheet or something, put that full URL in those first 3 lines. And then the rest of your description can be links to related playlists, related videos, social media sites, etc. But keep in mind, that you want to keep people on YouTube. So linking to a playlist is better than a single video. Linking to a single video is better than a social media site, because most people tend to stay on that social media platform, say Instagram or Facebook, and don't generally, come over to a different platform. So I would highly suggest using playlists first. And if you don't have playlists, then link to a particular video. So when it comes to optimizing your playlist, you can also, once you've published your video, you can also pin a playlist to the top of the comments. You can pin a video, you can pin a playlist, you can pin a question. I've been experimenting with questions lately by putting a question in the video and as well doing the same question at the top of the comments. And then sometimes you get like an ongoing conversation instead of somebody leaving a separate comment, a new comment. They'll just continue the comment that you answer the comment that you left as a question that was pinned to the top of the comment. So that's another way that you can get people to, you can probably answer their question by linking to another video that's related to the one they just watched and linking to a playlist. So when it comes to optimizing your playlist, after you've published a video, make sure you add the cards, the end screens that are, where you want people to watch a next video in the series. And so you can put the card in the middle of your video, end screen is going to contain a card and a subscribe button. So asking people to subscribe even a couple of times in your video is a good thing to do. And then the last thing when it comes to optimizing your video is actually the tags. So when it comes to tagging your videos, you want to provide the most relevant tags to the content that you just created. So say for this video, I've got how to get more views, likes, subscribers on YouTube. So I would put that title, that keyword phrase, as the first in the tag, the first one in the tags, and then I put like variations of that keyword phrase for the other tags. So like get more subscribers, how to get more views, how to get more likes on YouTube, how to grow your channel to get, how to start from 0 subscribers, 0 views on your channel, to get more traffic. So you can find kind of like a thesaurus of different keyword phrases that mean the same but sound different and look different, and put them in your tags. But I put the main title as your first tag, and then related keyword phrases for the other tags. And one way to, if you can't think of them, is to and this is where TubeBuddy comes in handy, is you can spy on your competitors. So when you go to a competitor's channel that has a similar video as yours, you can look at all their tags and you can copy their tags and maybe use some of the tags that they are using, or it might spawn off other keyword phrases you might want to put in your tags. Okay, so after you've optimized your video, then number 5 strategy is to promote your video. So you've optimized your video, you published a video, and those first 24 to 48 hours is kind of crucial to build up a what's called a view velocity on your video. So if you get a lot of views, a lot of likes, and a lot of subscribers, that's the ideal situation. It's not always possible, but when you promote your video, that means you're submitting it to social media sites, to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever social media sites you have. Then embed it on your playlist. Embed your video on your website. So you could put it on a playlist and then embed that playlist on your website. You could email your list if you have an email list, and you can also repurpose your videos by uploading a transcript of your video, and then so people who can't hear or who don't have the sound turned on can also just read your captions under the video. So you're appealing for the people that are deaf, appealing to the people that maybe in their they don't want the boss hearing them watching one of your videos while they're working, so they can read your captions. And then also that helps to get your video appearing in Google search. So if you embed your video on a website, embed your playlist on a website, that also help your video to appear in Google search. Now, it's not going to happen immediately, but maybe 6 weeks down the road, 6 months down the road, one of your videos will bubble to the top based upon Google search. So I have one of my videos, which is 4 years old, had almost no traffic, but then this year people started searching for that particular keyword phrase, and suddenly that video, that 4-year-old video, which was, I almost cringe kind of watching it because it's not very professionally done, but it's generating a lot of traffic that it didn't do before. So you just never know when a video is going to take off based upon an interest that people's interests change, the algorithm may change, something might change in the internet sphere that your video will take off. So the beautiful thing is that you've done the work once. You did it 4 years ago, and now you're reaping the benefits and continue to reap benefits 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year after year. So another thing you can do, I think I mentioned that you can, once you got your video published, you can add it to, maybe wait a day or two, then add it to a playlist, and then you're uploading the transcript. You can repurpose the content with that transcript. You can create a PDF file, and with that PDF file, you could submit it to document sharing sites. You could even offer your transcript as a blog post to somebody in your niche that has a very popular blog and gets a lot of comments. So you can be kind of like a guest blogger, or you could put it on sites like I think Medium or Quora. These are some sites where you can answer people's questions. So that's some of the ways that you can promote your video. So let me ask you a question. What ways do you do, or what things do you do once your video has been published? Do you just submit it to social media sites, or how do you promote your video once it's been published? Let me know in the chat, what you do, or if you're watching the replay, then put your answer in the comments below this video. Okay, number six is to track the video performance. So you got your video published, you're promoting your video, but you want to identify where your traffic is coming from. So, and how your traffic, is it resonating with your audience? So then you can go into YouTube Analytics, which is now the YouTube Studio Beta, and then click on Analytics, and you'll see the channel analytics, or you can see the analytics for your video. So, and just one thing to keep in mind, when at the beginning of a month, YouTube shows you flashes a little card about your channel, saying something like, "Hey, your channel's doing really well. You're growing views, you're growing subscribers. Keep it up. Do more videos like this." So it'll tell you, how your channel is performing. It'll also tell you if your channel's not performing, and has some suggestions. But the best thing to do is go into your channel analytics, look at the top performing videos. How are they doing, and look at your click-through rate. What videos are getting the highest click-through rate, what videos are getting the highest audience retention, what videos are getting the highest average view duration, what videos are getting the highest watch time. And then if you can identify those particular videos, then you can actually create more of those particular videos. So one other place you can go to is the real-time activity. So if you find videos that are getting like 100 views per hour or 50 views per hour on a continuous basis, that means those videos are driving views, likes, subscribers for your channel. So then you want to create more of them. So my seventh strategy, number seven, is to double down on what's working. So say, for instance, you have a channel about puppies. You find that one of the videos called How to Train Puppies Not to Bite is getting like 50 views per hour. Then what you can do is create like a whole series of videos that have similar topics, similar content, to kind of ride the wave of a popular performing video. So when you do that, when you've identified those particular videos and create more of those particular videos, then you're going to get more views, you're going to get more likes, more subscribers to your channel. So, and then you can also create a series and then put it on a playlist. So that playlist can also rank in the search engines. So when it comes to getting more views, likes, subscribers, the three different ways that YouTube promotes is through YouTube search, through YouTube suggested, and number three is through the Google search, which still is part of Google. So if you can, and sometimes what I found what happens is that your video might rank in YouTube but won't rank in Google search. Your video might rank on YouTube but won't appear in suggested videos, and vice versa. Might do well in suggested but not in YouTube search. And I've had some videos that do really well in Google search but are nowhere to be found in YouTube search or YouTube suggested. So you've got all those different ways that to gain traffic from YouTube. And I think something to keep in mind, as I said at the beginning of this live stream, is that YouTube is a long game. So you have to kind of be in it for a long period of time. So you can't, some people's videos immediately get traction and they hit the jackpots, like going to Las Vegas and pulling the handle on a machine. You're hitting the jackpot right away, but 99.9% of the people are not going to get the jackpot. So in that respect, you got to keep on investing your energy, time and energy, your keyword research, creating engaging videos, promoting your video, checking your analytics to see what's working. And then with every video that you produce, try to look for one thing that you can improve. So you can improve on the thumbnail, improve on the keyword research, improve on the promotion, etc. So just identify one thing. And then if you find that you're still not getting a lot of traction, then ask for feedback from other YouTubers. So sometimes you're kind of in your own bubble and you think, I'm creating great videos, I'm creating great content, how come it's not taking off? And then ask people that have experience of doing YouTube for years and get some objective feedback. So if you've got any comments on how to get more views, likes, subscribers on YouTube, pop them in the chat, or if you're watching a replay, put them in the comments. Okay, somebody, I didn't mention that, but Music Prod is saying that he uses hashtags. So probably a few months ago, YouTube came up with the hashtags, and I experimented with them for a while, used different common hashtags, but I found, and maybe it works for you, but it didn't really work for me very well, because I found that when I put in the hashtags below my video, that when somebody clicked on the hashtag, number one, it would redirect them, take them away from my video or my channel. And number two was that mostly was videos from competitors' channels. So it didn't really help my own particular growth of my own channel. So, but maybe it works in the music industry. Okay, it's looking through the chat stream, and Rose has another comment here. I appreciate you doing these. Just frustrating when you feel like you're doing the work without results. Yeah, I kind of empathize with you, because especially if you're starting a new channel, then it's kind of hard to get traction. That's why you have to kind of take the long range view, a long range mindset to and then try to keep improving on every video that you produce. So maybe the first 20 videos are not going to get much traction, but so I've come across YouTubers that they've been doing YouTube for years, and they've never really, the videos never gained much traction. But then they did one video that out of the blue did really well, and as a result they got a lot of traffic, and then people saw their channel, and then they started watching all the other videos on the channel, and so all those old videos that they did that didn't get much traffic suddenly get a lot of traffic, because that one video attracted a lot of traffic, and then it it kind of spilled over to the other videos. So then suddenly their channel took off. So you just never know. So I think another way to like when it comes to getting more views and subscribers, look at also some hot trends in your niche. You can go to Google Trends, or you can set up Google alerts about trending topics in your niche, and then experiment with like maybe a news item or a hot trend, and then try to create a video that incorporates your content, but with the angle that's moving towards or related to that particular trend. So I've had a couple of videos. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes when you spot a trend, do a video before anybody else does, or you're very, it's a very new topic. It's not going to appear, it's not going to show up in the search results when you do the keyword research, but when you publish the video, then it'll be the first one in the search results. So you're kind of leading the way before anybody else has hopped on the trend. Okay, and then Sandra says, what do you think about starting a niche that is not done yet? I would say go for it, but when it comes to choosing a niche, you want to look for a niche that is not, don't go too broad. Like, say, for instance, how to train dogs. I wouldn't do a niche on how to train dogs because it's like too broad, but try to niche it down to, say, for something like how to train Doberman pincers, or how to train puppies that are 3 weeks old, or something like that. So you try to get more specific with your niche, and then before you jump in, do your keyword research. Kind of do the keyword research, and look if there's a lot of keyword phrases that are that people are searching for. Then go into your content calendar and create like 20 titles of videos that you could possibly do. Create a whole series of titles, and then also maybe look at your competitors. Go to channels, your competitors' channels, and look how much traffic are they getting. Look how many comments are they getting, how many views are they getting, and then look at the questions that people are asking in that particular niche. And maybe you can provide a different angle or a different way. Instead of doing the same type of video as your competitors, you can create videos that give your own unique angle or commentary to that. So I would say definitely go for it, but do your research ahead of time so that you don't waste time when starting your videos. Grits has a good Grits 270 has a good tip for Rose. For a new channel, really helps to become part of a like-minded community. Yeah, that's really true. So say if you had a niche was how to train puppies, I would definitely put how to train puppies in the YouTube search engine and look at your top 10 competitors and study their channels. Study what are their top videos, which videos are the most popular on their channel, what are their tags, what are their titles, what are their thumbnails like, etc. And then you can not copy them, but just get some idea of the kind of conversations, the kind of content that's being created for that particular niche. And then if you're in a group, like a Facebook group that's of a like-minded community, you can get feedback on your thumbnails, get feedback on your titles, your videos, etc. So good tip, Ritz. So if any of you are not part of my Facebook group, then the Facebook group, I think it has about 700 members there. They're not all active. There's a few people that are active there, but this is a link to the Facebook group where you can interact with other people. You can get feedback on your thumbnails, your videos, etc. And you'll also interact with like-minded people. And then some other things to keep in mind when it comes to growing your channel, getting more views, subscribers, likes, etc., is to one is to be consistent, and two is to improve one thing in each video, and then three I mentioned before is to appeal to search engines as well as your viewers, your audience. Number four is to reverse engineer your competition. So, as I mentioned before, looking at their most popular videos, the thumbnails, the titles, the tags that they're using, so that you can incorporate some of those ideas into your own videos. And then, once you've got a great audience that is watching your video, you might experiment with creating longer type videos. So instead of a 2-minute video or 5-minute video, create a 7-minute video or 10-minute video, then go into YouTube Analytics and look at your audience retention to see if people are still watching. If you look at your relative audience retention, if over 50% of the people that are watching your video, then that's a good sign that you're on the right track. So I usually aim for above 50% audience retention. And then for your click-through rate, most people get like between 2 and 4%. So try to aim for like 6% or 7% click-through rate. And then also look for a high watch time where people are watching more than one particular video. So Grizz has another tip here. I found and built my community around watching regularly certain like-minded YouTubes and comment off and participate in live streams. So yeah, so that's just like you're doing today, I guess, Grizz, is to participate in the live stream and offering suggestions, etc. So people might be curious to check out your channel and see what it's all about. So those are the 7 strategies that I think help to get more views, likes, and subscribers. I'm just trying to think of other ways. I think definitely, look at how you can do well. Look at your traffic. Is it coming mostly from YouTube search? Is it coming mostly from Google search? Is it coming mostly from suggested? The general view is that most traffic comes from YouTube suggested, but in my case it's mostly coming from YouTube search, and that's probably because I embed my videos on my website, and my website's probably about 10 years old, so it has built some authority. But if you can get traffic from Google search, that's great because it's the #1 search engine, so your videos will appear as a carousel across the top. Plus, your blog article can also appear further down. So you could get 2 for the price of 1. You get your video ranked in Google search, and then you get your article also ranked in Google search. So you can get traffic from Google search, YouTube suggested. So all those areas the possibilities where you can get ongoing traffic day after day, year after year. And that's the beautiful thing about YouTube or uploading videos, is that you're getting that long-term traffic. So you do the work once, and then you reap the benefits over and over again. So thanks everybody for attending today's live stream, for your questions, for your comments, for your suggestions. I wish you all the best and have a great weekend. Take care.